I'm Jackie. This is Garrett. We almost got divorced. Going through all that made us like how we are now, which is just so much better than you could ever imagine.
When you get in the deepest, darkest part of the night, man, it ain't nothing but sunshine after that.
This is the most important job you'll ever have, and people don't put as much work into it as they should.
We've been married 26 years.
We have 5 adult children and 1 granddaughter. She's so cute.
Here we are again, Limitless Livin, second season, episode 7. New title, new episode.
Growing pains.
Yep. This episode's about, how everybody grows as they go, and people become, and how do you stay connected in that time. If you plan to be together forever, you're going to grow older together, wiser, more mature at different rates and speeds. So we're going to talk about what that has looked like in almost 27 years for us. So with that, no further ado, let's go.
I think change is inevitable from the age of 20 to now, almost 50. I feel like for me personally, I am slower to respond to things in the marriage. Like I might act out outside of our marriage, but when it comes to him and I'm slower to respond to things. I feel like I try to process things more before reacting. I'm not as feisty as I once was, or maybe I reserve that for people outside of the family now. I don't know. But I feel like I have changed quite a bit from who I was 27 years ago.
How so?
I just feel like I've matured. Like I say all the time, like for people who, like I hear problems from people who are younger in their or in a either older people that are in a newer relationship or younger people that are in a relationship. I say, like, I know how you're going to react. I know how you're going to respond. I know this is what this person's thinking because I was that person when I was that age, or I was that person when the relationship was new. So I feel like the longer you've been with somebody, the more you learn how they tick, the more you learn what makes you tick, like the more you adapt to different temperaments and different ways of thinking and different opinions.
I think for me, yeah, when I heard this question, I thought about both of us, and what you just said is what I was thinking about for you. Like, you're like more outgoing. I tell the kids all the time.
It is a forced outgoingness. I push myself to do it.
Yeah,
I don't.
You wouldn't push before though.
No.
But then I always tell the kids, like, I'm like, Jackie used to be a feisty something, like she said. I'm like, y'all don't know Mama at 18, 19. I mean, she's come a long way, like, as far as, like, softening. And so...
I thought you liked it rough.
That was rough for everybody. But, no, yeah, as far as me, I say this all the time to Jackie. And sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I could go back, even though, you don't want to dwell in the past. But when we first got married or started dating, I wasn't as confident as I am now. There's a lot of things I wouldn't say or I would hold on to. And I just think some things would be a lot different if I was able to speak up and just say and do some of the things I would have did instead of worrying about what everybody else was thinking. But I've grown in that. I feel like I have more ambition now than I had when we first got married. Like, Jackie was the goal then, and now it's like I got 20 of them now.
I didn't think it was possible to have more.
More what?
Ambition.
Oh.
For you.
Does it feel like that?
That you have more than you did?
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I don't feel
I
like
don't
it
know.
feels like that.
Maybe because, I don't know. Maybe because we're getting older. I feel like I have less time. I don't know.
I don't know. In my golden olden age, I'm slowing down. quite a bit. And he doesn't seem to be
Not because
pressing
she
the brake
wants
at
to.
all.
It's because of her knees.
My knees have stopped altogether. It is slowing the rest of
See,
me.
you would be speeding up if it wasn't for them.
Probably not. I don't know that I've really paid attention to the rate at which we've grown. I just think circumstances and situations have forced maybe growth in different areas at different times. I feel like like he said, he's more ambitious now than he was. I feel like he has so much he wants to do where I'm just like kind of content with what I have. Not that he's not happy with what he has, but he's got like these aspirations, I feel, of like doing more. So I feel like in that aspect he has surpassed me.
Yeah, like we're two totally different people, and I think at different phases and stages of our lives, we moved at different rates, and so I feel like early on, like I went to like work, and then Jackie was working, but then she had to like adjust to not only being a wife but a mother of five, and so I saw her accelerate to this person at a kid, still a kid, accelerate to this person that was well equipped to satisfy children and a husband. So I felt like she probably grew a lot more than I did in that situation because I was just basically learning and you know where I tell her all the time like where she was then and where she is now. It's like it's crazy the difference. But I do think there's like our separation. I feel like Jackie also probably grew more in that time where I feel like I've just been on this like normalized slope like Jackie said she can't tell the difference from her. She didn't think you can grow anymore, but I've always been this person who's wanted to achieve, but then I had to also like learn how um, to make time for my family, my wife, the kids, um, date nights, conversations, being with friends, and not let life pass me by. But um, there's times where I just look back and I'm proud of Jackie, just not because I didn't think she could do, but just who she's become. And it's been like good. It's been nice. So I don't know how you can rate it, but I think, like you said, I think different seasons cause you to grow quicker or become quicker than other seasons.
I don't feel like I don't feel like I've ever been waiting for him to catch up emotionally or financially or spiritually. I feel like each of us each of us prioritizes things differently. Um I feel like as a parent, there's just some things a father isn't going to concern themselves as much as a mother would with. And I feel like when the kids were younger, maybe I felt like I was lacking support or understanding in some of those areas. Like it might have been perceived that I was overreacting or making a big deal out of something when even to this day he's not the one that gets the phone call. He's not the first to be contacted. He's not the one that they're looking to for help right out the gate. So it all would come back on me, and I made myself available for that by working the shift that I worked while they were younger. But when I would not tell him, I felt like he would feel like I was keeping things from him. And then when I would tell him, I felt like I would kind of be dismissed with, well, I don't see what the problem is. So maybe emotionally in that way during that season, I felt like I needed more from him. But I don't think I've ever been just like, oh my God, when's he finally gonna get it? When's he gonna finally learn that I need a date night or a conversation or, you know, to talk about God or to save money? Like, I don't feel like I've just been sitting around thinking that I'm lacking in all these areas. But again, younger in the relationship, I think there was some times where maybe I felt like I needed more in that particular area.
You still need more.
I mean, probably. But again, I just think in general, just like even talking to people like that I'm friends with, that I work with, like it's just and like I don't mean to like sound sexist, but it's just a mother father thing. Like it's just typically, or maybe not even necessarily a mother father thing, like the parent who's at home more versus the parent who's not. And we both worked full time, but I worked when the kids were sleeping and didn't miss me. So in their world, it probably seemed like I was always here when I wasn't actually. I was just gone when they weren't awake, so they didn't notice it as much.
Yeah, this question is tough. Like, did they ever need to catch up emotionally, physically, financially? Not physically, spiritually, financially, or personally? And I would say for the first one, emotionally, I agree with everything Jackie just said. Like, emotionally, I'm everywhere and she's not. Like, but that's where I needed to be. I needed to be more even keeled, more level minded when it came to our emotions. And so, like, I would say I probably fell behind in that with her. But I always feel like, and this isn't just a Jackie, but I always feel like I'm ahead when it comes to spiritual, financial, and personal, because I'm a personable person, and like I'm always thinking about money or finance, and then the spiritual part is just like and all of this is wrong. Like I don't like to compare myself to anybody, but being the best me I could possibly be. But I do feel like sometimes, like, I would want people to catch up, or I'd want to talk to Jackie about this, but I know she's probably not going to want to talk about that in the depth I want to talk about it. I told my daughter the other day, I'm like, hey, when you go see that movie, make sure you give me like a in-depth analysis so I can talk it up to Jackie. And I was like, well, Mom doesn't like to do that, so you probably don't either. But it's just like, I feel that way about everyone I come in contact with. And I think for me, I probably do need to learn how to like step back and meet people where they are more than always thinking. And it could be just my like my assessment or just my perception of where people are, but I always feel like I'm just not not understood, but just like I wish we could go further with this. But I do need Jackie. Like there's some times that I, like we pray together, and then we go to church together. I feel like we do that more like than we ever did in our whole life. I feel like financially, like I don't know. I wish she would like not take the reins with it, but bring it up more. That type of deal, just to keep us in check with what our goals are for the week. And then, personally, I just I like to go out and do things, and that's just not her thing. But Jackie's the type of person, like, behind the scenes, she's going to probably love you more than I will. But she's not going to do it outwardly. She's going to do it in a sense where she buys you a surprise gift, or she goes over your house to help, or she, comes up with all the resources you need to do something. And that's just her way of doing it, where mine is just like out loud, in your face, gotta be there right in the mix. And she just finds a different way to do it.
I think if one person is ready for change and the other person is kind of coasting, that could be a little problematic. I feel like he's probably the person who's always ready for change. And I like an adventure, you know, like to just get in the car and just ride with no one particular place to go, or just to like randomly just plan something. Like I think I came home on lunch and we planned a vacation like in the hour that I was on lunch. Like I like doing things like that, but I I feel like for him, just like who he is as a person, and I, no matter how much I grow or evolve, I feel like I am ultimately going to be like kind of the same me, only maybe even a little more reserved now. Like I said, since my mom passed away, like there's just not, I'm just like going with the flow, but like I learned to appreciate like what I have. Not that he doesn't, but I feel like he would he would think about something that he wants to do, and he would think about it to himself and keep it to himself until he worked up the nerve to present it to me. So by the time he's sharing it with me and he's got this, what probably isn't even like this huge like proclamation to make, by the time he actually shares it with me, he's already made up in his mind how it's going to be executed. And here I am, I'm going to need time to process it. And I know like my reaction to it, because I don't really emote much, it's going to come off that I'm like slapping it down. And like, I don't want that to be the case. Like, if he's excited about something, he wants to try something or change something or do something different, like, I want to hear about it. Like, I mean, introduce it and then work out the kinks or whatever and then bring it back to me. Like, I'm going to support him no matter what, because he's the thing that's important to me. So I'm going to move and shake and evolve where I need to be a part of that journey with him. But I'm not a person who just sits like alone. Like I get in my car and go to the store to like think, like just by myself. Like, even like I say all the time, like I do my best thinking when I'm brushing my teeth. Like I don't, but when I do, it's not thinking about like what my next move is going to be. It's just to, like, clear my mind, and then like solutions to problems that I've been having just like kind of come to me. But I think he processes things in a different way. Like he's always wanting more. Not that I don't want more, but I also feel like so grateful for everything I do have that I'm not, and again, not that he's not grateful, but it's just I don't require a lot. So it's hard to like have these big, this is this goal I want to achieve, or this is this thing I want to obtain. Like I've never kind of been that person. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, I think I'm probably way more ready for change than Jackie ever will be. But I think that's why we work. And like, that's why this episode is titled Growing Pains, because anything that you're doing different, or any type of change between us, we're two different people. So it's gonna be surprising to the other person, but that doesn't mean like it's not good. And so, um, there are times where I do, like Jackie says, where I'll sit on something because I'm trying to figure out the best way to articulate it so that she's excited when I say it, which is 90% of the time she's not going to be.
This is my excited.
But I can tell, even though she doesn't get like emotionally excited, like I can tell when she's interested or questioning it. And I don't know, I don't want her to let me do things, which I feel like sometimes she does, without giving everything she has to say on it. But I don't know, I'm the type of person, I'm gonna keep trying and doing stuff until it backfires. But I don't necessarily have to let it get there if she's telling me everything she feels about whatever I am, whatever change I'm bringing to her.
I think we can have different dreams without making the other person feel left behind. I know if he's got a ton of dreams, like, and I support all of them. I don't feel left behind because he's you know, working on an app or writing a book or any of the things that he's doing. Like, it doesn't make me feel left behind. I don't really have, like I said, I am just not a person who sits back and thinks, wow, this is a great idea. I would really love to do that. I'm the person who sits back and thinks, this is something that I would be really interested in. I wonder how they make that work. Like how other people make that work. Like, I'm not the person that's gonna like go out on a limb and like try something. Not because I don't think he'd support it. It's just not my thing.
Yeah, and I think what makes a couple great is we can all have, or we can all, we can,
All two of us.
we can both have a dream and support each other's dream. And I don't. There's probably not many cases where you can think of a person who had a dream, and it was both of their dreams. But I just think, in some cases, some people's dreams are so big, like they lose their spouses. Um, but uh, Jackie was a dream of mine, and it came to fruition. And so I just believe that um, she doesn't have to be part of my dream, or she doesn't have to come up with the dream to support me or believe in my dream. And I'm um I'm praying for the day that she has just something that she's excited, or a dream that she wants to do, um that we can like help make happen. I know she's got this dream board in our room. I don't know how long has that thing been up there. Like 15 years.
No, not 15. Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
15, 16 years.
every now and then I'll point at it and I'm like, everything you put on that board, you pretty much accomplished. And it wasn't like she sought out to accomplish them. She just put on their things and goals she wants to do. And like when I read it, it's like, yeah, she went from that person 11 years ago and checked off everything on here. So um, I think dreams keep us living. Dreams keep us healthy. Dreams keep us um, excited. And what do I always say? You always got to have something to look forward to. If it's the weekend, if it's seeing your grandbaby,
Oh my God.
if it's, a vacation, you always have to have something to keep you going.
I don't think supporting someone's growth necessarily promotes disconnection from the union. Like, I think it would be pretty obvious if you were just not letting, because I'm not your parent, but like if you were just fine with your spouse just never being around or never being present with you or never being present with the kids or just always busying themselves with a million billion other things, which he does, but that doesn't take away from the time he spends with us. So I don't feel like there's a disconnection there.
Yeah, it goes back to like the last thing we talked about. It's like I can have a dream and completely disconnect myself from my family, my wife, my kids, um, my hobbies, the things I like to do, just in pursuit of that dream. And some people are willing to sacrifice all that for a dream. I'm not, but I do think if you are a dreamer, um, and you have a family or you're connected, I believe you need to um, find ways to incorporate your loved ones in that dream, or find ways to stay connected and we're huge on date nights, right? Just having that time for just you and your spouse or a boyfriend and girlfriend, uh, because they can be part of your dream. They can be loved and you can be loving, even though you have something uh, that you're pursuing it. And I feel like if it's really something that you're supposed to have, it'll happen for you. You don't have to cheat, steal, manipulate, and disregard people to get that thing. And if you do it that way, then what's left after you achieve it? So I think there is an art to pursuing. Like I tell Jackie all the time, I'm always torn between, how much time do I spend on my computer or sitting up in bed with her. Like, I'm always torn by how much time do I give to each. And, it's just, you kind of got to weigh, like, if you're honest, how much time have you really spent with your significant other? Like, how much time have you really talked or just held hands or just whatever? And then it kind of helps you balance both.
I haven't felt pressure to pursue something because he's wanted it. And I think pressure is a little bit of a harsh word. Years and years and years before we started recording this podcast, a friend of ours would always say, "You guys need to do a video, whatever, vlog. Like, you guys need to do a podcast. And he's always, always, always wanted to do it. I, on the other hand, can do it or not do it, because I'm not a person that's outgoing. Like, I'm not a person that likes to talk. I'm not a person that likes to be asked questions or interrogated or have to respond to something. So for me, it's not pressure, but he's excited about everything. So he's excited every month to do the podcast, and he's excited every month. Like, he picks. I'm not excited, but if it didn't happen, like, I wouldn't be. I feel like I need to give him a Kleenex right now. Like, he looks like he wants to cry. So, little known fact, only known by you and I actually picked the topic for this podcast. Like, this is the first one that I picked because he's always like, "Oh, did you think of a topic for the next podcast?" I'm like, "No." And it just feels like work, or like there's events that he wants to go do everything with everyone, for everyone, and I'm not against it, but there are some places that I would just rather not go. There are some events that I would rather not attend. So there have been times that I have gone along because he is there and because he wants to do it. Pressure, again, is a very strong word. Like, I can draw a line in the sand. Like, our daughter just told us earlier that someone's foot was put down to make her do something, which I just think is funny. But it's not like he's putting his foot down. Like, I could say, you know what? No, like, this is where I draw the line. If I was that uncomfortable with doing it. But yeah, there's just, I don't know.
So I've been with Jackie long enough to know, like, what she wants to do and what she doesn't want to do. And
I've become more comfortable saying what I want to do and what I don't want to do.
Yeah.
So there's no mistaking the things that I do or don't want to do.
But I don't give up trying to get you to do these things. Because I do see benefit in doing them, whether you see it or not. And like she said, maybe you can call it pressure, maybe not. But like, even if you take this podcast, for example, like, it was talked about. And then one day, I'm like, I'm always thinking, like, what can I do to make Jackie willing to do it with the least amount of effort on her part, right? And so basically, I bought, like, furniture, I bought lighting, camera, found software, learned how to do it, got it up, set it up, and basically it was like, babe, all you gotta do is come sit and talk. That's all it is. You don't have to talk to people because we're just talking to cameras. And it's like, it really is, even to this day, like we have a due date on when we need to finish the podcast. And it's like, for her, it's just showing up and talking this hour and a half. For me, it's like the setup, it's making sure the memory cards are ready, making sure the sound is right, the lighting's right, all this stuff. And then afterwards, I spend like 4 or 5 days editing so we can put it on social media and on YouTube. And that's how bad I wanted to do it. Is like, I wanted to make it to where, babe, all you got to do is show up. But then, like she said, this week, I was like, I really want you to pick it just because I don't want to feel like I'm pressuring you or forcing you. And so, like, I feel more comfortable. And like she said, I've been asking a few episodes before. Like, if I feel like she'd be more bought in if she took like ownership of that one piece. Like, it could be some other area I ask her to do next time, but this time it's like just pick the episode. And so she did it, and she picked it.
But I didn't even do it right. So I like sent him screenshot of a bunch of stuff. And he
It was
sent
like
me back
15.
he sent me back 3, and the message said, I picked 3, you picked 1. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I picked a completely different one, not understanding
Why would I
that
pick
he
3?
meant pick one of the 3 that he chose.
Why would I pick 3?
Because I thought it was going to be broken down into, so many questions about this thing, so many questions
Oh,
about
you
this.
did say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So I didn't even do it right, which is why he should have asked me to do it anyway.
But-
that is not my strong suit.
But when I talked to you after that, I said, "Is that what you want to do?" And you said, "Yeah."
I said yeah,
And I didn't even
but
say
I thought
anything
he was
else.
asking
No.
like to be sure, like he thought it was a mistake, and
No,
I'm like,
I didn't.
I
Ask.
even thought to myself, like, why would he asked me to pick one? Like I did it,
No.
and now he's questioning me. So I just said yeah.
You see how much I have to put into it. I have to be careful with my words I choose.
See,
Because I said I'll pick 3, and then you pick 1, and I thought
he didn't word it right. It
Why would
wasn't
I
that
get-
I did it wrong.
Why would I get 3
He said
chances
it
to your
wrong.
1?
It didn't make any
that
sense.
wouldn't be fair.
It still doesn't it made no sense.
You had
I-
15. I narrowed it down to 3, and then
But I wouldn't have cared if he had 3 and I had 1 because he usually picks them anyway.
That's
Whatever.
true.
I'm trying to think if I can remember a time where we both agreed upon something and then one of us kind of swayed. I can't think of anything. Can you think of something? I can't think of
I can.
what.
Me having a company over. Remember when we first got married?
Yeah.
And I was doing all that studio stuff back when I was going to be a producer, songwriter.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Yeah.
And then we would be making demos in the bathroom and behind the couch.
When did we ever agree on that though?
We didn't, but
Exactly. So
but after we got married, you was just like, nah, they not all finna be up in here.
they should have all been in there anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't move in right away.
Yeah, but this was after you moved in.
Was I there when these things were
Yeah.
happening? There's no way I was
Yes.
sitting there pregnant while they're
You were
recording
there.
songs in the
But
bathtub.
I feel like not that we had an agreement before, but you knew that was part of how I rolled.
And I'm pretty sure he knew that was not how I rolled. But now I wouldn't have a problem telling him, no, they're not singing in my bathtub. Like, now I would just flat out say the words. He wouldn't even have to interpret the
And
rage on my
y'all,
face.
And now we back to that dream I had. That dream. I could have been a world-class producer making demos. She wouldn't even have to work. I'd be on all the streaming sites. But I probably wouldn't have spent as much time as I get to spend with her now.
It all began in the bathtub.
So it wasn't did we have a tub at the apartment?
Yes.
Oh.
We weren't animals.
But we were getting that. we needed the acoustics.
Very strange. If there's a major personal, like if I just wake up tomorrow morning and say, I'm going to college, like I feel like it's
I'd be
something
like,
that we
where?
need to agree upon. Like if I just say,
For what?
I'm going away. Like I'm going away to school. I feel like that is a big major event. It's going to impact us financially. It's going to impact the family because in spite of the age, the big old age of our children, they still need assistance.
They do. They need support.
They need support.
They do.
It never ends for those of you who have children. It does not matter how old they are. I feel like it is going to warrant a discussion and a plan on how we would execute such a lofty goal. If it's just, I'm gonna make dinner tomorrow. Like, that's something he wouldn't know how to do. He wouldn't know if I did it or not. You wouldn't. Like, he wouldn't care. Like, I don't really need to involve him in that. A big, major, life-changing thing, I think it would only be proper to involve the other person. It's something that they, back to a question I answered earlier, I feel like should be aware of ahead of that coming out. Like, I've been thinking about going to nursing school. Like, what do you think about that? Like, I feel like discussions would have happened leading up to the big reveal of, I'm going back to school. And we would have already kind of formulated a plan. This is how this will work. Like, I would have already brought him, this is how I see this working. Is this doable? I feel like it should involve both parties.
But do you need 100% of my support to do it? Owed?
I do feel like I would
Why?
be owed that. You got 100% of my support when you did it.
That doesn't mean that...
It's not tit for tat, but I feel like as a spouse, like, I would be entitled to your full support. You don't think so? I feel like
I
I'm
don't think
due.
so.
Why?
I shouldn't be entitled to your support.
You shouldn't be entitled to my full support as a
No.
spouse? Excellent. I know that for later. I know he does not need my full support any longer.
I didn't say that. I would want your full support, but I don't think you owe it to me. I don't feel like you should.
Really? I feel like I would owe you my full... If I agree, if I say, yes, I support this dream of yours, yes, it can go along with your plan, yes, I agree that this is how it can be done, like, why wouldn't I give you my full support?
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if you decide you want to go to school tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
I shouldn't just give you my full support because I owe it to you. I feel like...
So it sounds to me like I can make the decision and not even let him know.
No.
And maybe invite him to the graduation.
No, I'm not saying you would even do it. But I guess what I'm saying is, I can have a dream, or you can have a dream, that I'm 80%. Let's say I'm 80%. Sure, I want to do this. But you're going to go to do it anyway. I'm going to support you and hopefully get to, as you're going through your journey, hopefully.
But why not full support?
Because I'm just not sure about it. Because it's your dream. Like, if I told you tomorrow that I'm quitting my job because it's my dream, are you going to be 100% on board?
I'm going to quit mine too.
See?
I'm waiting
but
for that.
But honestly, I feel like Jackie would be like, okay, all right, what's the plan? What are we doing? And I feel like she would ask questions. I wouldn't expect you to be 100% on board. I would think you would be supportive.
So if I wasn't 100% on board, would you still do it?
Yeah.
Would you need my 100%? See, I wouldn't. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it.
But not being 100% on board doesn't mean you're not supportive.
I get that, but if you're not 100%, I feel like it's not just that you're like 80%. I feel like you might be 40 or 50. Like, I feel like you might, like, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. If you didn't tell me you were 100% on board with this thing I wanted to do, I would not feel comfortable doing it.
Were you 100% on board when I went back to school?
I mean, you weren't here for part of it, so it didn't matter. But yeah, I mean, there was nothing drastically changed for me. That was a no-brainer. Whether we stayed together or not, like, the opportunity, the way it was financed, like that, I would have been mad if you didn't.
I guess that was a bad example.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's something else you've done? You've done a lot. You've done much.
If I decided that I was going to go back and play flag football at 47 years old with back injury or back surgery, and would you be 100% on board?
No, and you wouldn't be playing. Like, I wouldn't allow it. I would not allow it. I wouldn't allow it.
But babe, I'm just going to play quarterback. I'm not even going to run around.
Nope, you can coach. That's your way of being on the field. No, you can't do that. Should a spouse sacrifice to support the other spouse's dream? I mean, like, you use the example of you going back to school. Like, my day-to-day didn't change drastically because you were in school. Like,
I guess that's why
I
I
still
said it
was
a
doing all
bad
the same
example.
stuff. So I wasn't making a sacrifice for that dream for you. Like, I don't feel like
Okay. What about my music career?
what about it?
You weren't willing to make a sacrifice then.
I ain't willing to have people in and out of my house all night. That ain't no different today. Like, I don't even want these kids in and out of my house all night. I don't think, unlike him, if it was something that he was very passionate about, I would think some level of sacrifice would not be unreasonable to expect from me. Unlike him, unwilling to sacrifice.
That's not it.
So what it
the
sounded
thing
like.
about this question is, it's like,
What am I sacrificing?
sacrifice comes in so many forms.
Well, what am I sacrificing?
With
Sleep?
with
Am
my
I
music
sacrificing
career?
time?
Like, what are we talking about?
What am I sacrificing for your dream?
For which one?
Pick one. For your music career, what am I
Yeah.
sacrificing? Comfort in my own home.
Okay.
Would you think that would be a realistic thing to ask me to sacrifice? Like, if I am uncomfortable in my own home and I feel like I'm prisoner in my bedroom because the studio equipment is partially in the living room, which is open to the dining room and the kitchen, and also in the one bathroom that we have, like, do you think that that would be realistic?
I think so. I know people who work their jobs out of their home. That to me is kind of the same thing.
Would you be willing to sacrifice?
I
for me?
would.
But unwilling to support me 100%.
No.
Next question.
No.
Next
No.
question.
Let's talk about that. Let's go back to that. If I support you 90%, that's support.
The fact that you can't say I 100% support you, like, that would be upsetting to me. Like, it would be.
Why would I say
literally, that would be one of those circumstances that I would leave the conversation and go get in my car and talk to myself about you.
I'm glad to yourself. But no, let me be clear. I would never tell you, Jackie, I'm only 95% sure. I would say I support you, but in my mind, I'd be like, man, this is crazy. Where did this come from? That's how I would be. You don't need 100%. You just need more than 50%.
That's not good enough for me. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. And then I feel like I would resent you for not being able to go after my dream.
I don't feel like you've ever been 100% supportive.
Really?
Yeah, because if you were,
your music career,
yeah, or anything, because if you were, I feel like you would have been as excited as I was.
My excitement is exactly what you see right now. This is me excited.
Yeah, I've seen you more excited in rare occasions.
Maybe twice in 27 years.
Like, what if your baby just happened to show up at the house right now?
She knows what we're doing right now. She will not be on her way.
But I'm just saying, what if she showed up at the door right now? What would you do? You'd be jumping up. This podcast would be over. It would be over.
Which is
so
why
that's
I
what
let her know we were busy
If
tonight.
she was 100% into whatever I was into, she would.
I'm not even 100% into whatever I'm into. Like,
that's true.
I've never
that's
not been.
So how are you gonna be 100% supportive of me?
I've never not been.
If you're not 100% supportive
of
yourself,
crazy, crazy.
How is that crazy?
I've always been 100% supportive of you. When have I not been?
I don't know. I don't know how supportive you are. You say you support me, but that don't mean you're all in. That just means you're gonna watch me succeed or fail, but it doesn't tell me how supportive you are. There's some things I've done that I feel like you weren't 100% behind.
Like what?
Like not taking my blood pressure medication.
What? Wait. So I was not supportive of you not taking your blood pressure medication. He's right. I was not supportive in that. And he wound up in the hospital for 2 days behind that. after sneaking behind my back and not taking it. I didn't even know I was being not supportive because I was unaware that he
You knew.
discontinued use.
I ran out.
How was I supposed to know? I'm not your doctor. Whatever. I feel like when our ideas differ, we usually defer to whatever his idea was. Would you agree?
I don't.
I feel like we do. It's not under duress. It's not because he's pressuring me. It's just because I'm like, I'm not gonna fight. Like, I feel like he's going to make a smart choice. He's going to weigh all the options, and he has reasoning behind why he's leaning one way or the other. Not that I don't, but I'm not going to push back a whole lot. I just don't in general. It hasn't, 9 times out of 10, it's not the wrong choice. But that one time, not. I'll be like, should have listened to me. No, I don't say that, but to myself in my car, I say,
Stop. I mean, we rarely have times where we differ. I don't know, maybe Jackie just ain't speaking up, but what?
Nothing.
Y'all heard that nothing, right? What kind of nothing was that?
A lie.
See? I guess, I don't know. We just have to talk it out. I mean, that's all you can do. When you have differences, which you will have daily differences. You will have differences that range from, you know, what to eat today to should the kids play sports, like, or can I get my music career going, or do you want to go to this study group or whatever? Like, you're gonna have differences, and so you just gotta kind of give space for, without, like Jackie said, we'll use the word pressure, without pressuring the person. But I always, whatever I'm doing or whatever dreams I have or whatever I'm involved in, I always open that door to Jackie. And I know I get enough me time. Like, I probably get more me time than most people, but I'd always rather be doing most things with Jackie. So when we differ on things, if it's gonna cause me to not get her,
Support.
yeah,
I would never crush his dream.
no, but yeah, like I don't want to do something or have a dream that you're just upset. If you're in a mood, if I ask you to do this or go this place or support me in this, like, and sometimes I feel like you have. Like, said you'd be supportive, but then like you weren't 100% like bought in. Not bought in, but like you ain't really want to be there. You didn't really want to do it, and so I feel like that's why you do have to have that. You can grow, like, have that me time and then grow. Like we talked about our partners, and the success is gonna benefit both parties. So, I don't know. That's how I feel about that. You're gonna differ. Find a way to differ, without sliding the other person.
I mean, I feel like the definition of compromise involves us both giving a little. So I don't think anybody's required to, like, oh, it's your turn to win. Like,
But I don't know if compromise is always meeting in the middle.
no, but I feel like it's weighing the opinions of both parties and coming up with a solution to whatever the issue is, or a decision on how to proceed with whatever. Like, I feel like the opinions of both parties need to be
Oh yeah,
considered.
yeah. And we talked about this in another episode. Like, hey, settling is when you don't give an opinion at all or state your stance. But compromise is playing an active role in the decision making process. And I don't ever believe that that's. I feel like in a rare case it's 50-50 when you compromise. But there's times where I have this grand idea that I've been thinking about all day, and I get home and I tell Jackie about it, and she's like, "Well, why wouldn't we do this instead?" I'm like, man, it's like a way better idea than I had thought about all day, and in 2 seconds she came up with this. And so like it's compromise, but it's almost like it's her idea. Like I just thought of it and she came up with how to do it.
But if you didn't come home and tell me your idea, I
know.
wouldn't have had one of my own. Like,
I
so it's not like I'm trying to yuck your yum.
No, but it's
But
a better idea, and
I'm about speed and ease of execution. Like, not that you're trying to make things complicated, but like I
No.
think I process things in a different way. Like we're pretty similar, but I feel like just because of what I deal with day to day, like I have to come up with quick ways out of a situation. Like I can't. So if I'm suggesting something different, I'm thinking about it in a way that it would still get you to what you want, but it would be a little less clunky.
And all that means is that two heads are better than one. So whenever you compromise, don't feel like it's a negative thing because you didn't get to do it your way. To me, compromise is like one of the bonuses of being married. It's like I don't have to make an inefficient decision because there's two of us and we come at it two different ways. So I like not meeting in the middle because if she's got something to offer that's better than what I had, and like she said, she didn't have the idea in the first place, but she had the process to go through it. I'm always excited because it's like,
The end. He's always excited.
no, I'm always excited because it's just, at that point, when you give me a better idea, then it means like you're really bought in, because, we're doing it the way you.
100%.
From the back to the middle and around again. I'm going to be there to the end.
This is not over.
Pure love.
I feel like I say all the time, like, I'm not your mother, I'm not the police. I say this to everybody I deal with. I feel like I am more comfortable at this stage in our relationship speaking up and offering my opinion. So if I say something to him, I'm going to say it. Like, I'm not going to be rude. And he's either going to take it or he's not. Like, I'm not his mother. I'm not the police. So I don't care, but like, I'm not going to, this is my thought on it. And I'm going to leave it at that. Like, he's an adult. He can make a decision. Like, unless he's asking for my help with making a decision or asking for my assistance with something, like, I feel like I could say, look, this is where you fell short. This is what I think you should have done, or this is what you should do next time, or maybe try this next time. Like, I would probably be a little less harsh with him than I would be, somebody I wasn't married to. But
I want you to be harsh with me, though.
Done. Like, I just feel more comfortable speaking up now than I did before.
I do think we have to hold each other accountable because if neither of us hold each other accountable, and that could go a lot of ways. Like, if I have a dream, and Jackie's done this,
that I would support 100%.
Yeah, she'd be like, okay, this is another example. Like I'm always on this like health journey, and part of it, besides taking my medicine,
which he does not do. Well, he does now.
Is exercise. And so I don't think she's thrilled about me biking, right?
I'm not thrilled about him biking.
Do you think she supports me 100%?
I'm concerned because I know as a person who drives, I know that people in cars don't not creep out
She almost hit me one
the
day.
sidewalk. My daughter almost ran him over on his bike one day.
She looked
He has
terrified.
fallen off of his bike in the road. But I'm nervous to call him because I don't want him to try to answer. I just have all these visions of him like falling off his bike and hitting his head on the sidewalk. I'm not thrilled with it. I would prefer if he did it like on a trail instead of but he has to. I see people biking I'm hypersensitive to it, so I do pay extra special attention when I'm turning left or right out of a neighborhood because they come barreling across the sidewalk like maniacs, and he's one of them. So I just don't think everybody is married to a person who rides a bike through the neighborhood and they're not as aware of the things that could happen.
So if I wanted a motorcycle, would you be?
Absolutely will not happen.
So that's the point I'm making. It's like you're she says she's not my mother. She's not supportive of me getting a motorcycle.
But I don't want him to die either trying to exercise.
Could you stop me from getting a motorcycle?
Yes. Yes, I could. I definitely could.
I think that would be maybe one of them unsupportive moments. But I was saying all that to say you need to hold people accountable because there are times that even though I know she's nervous when I go riding, she'll remind me, aren't you going to go ride today? Or wasn't you going to come home? So Jackie will do things to keep me on the path of my dreams or to keep me doing those things. But there's also times where I know she isn't 100% on board, but I don't know. I just love the fact that she keeps me on my game. But I think there are also times though when I probably would need to say more to keep us on our game. We started this off by saying I wish Jackie came to me more about. Not more than I come to her, but more about some of the goals and dreams we had to stay on track with. But I think in order to you have to keep your spouse accountable to achieve your dreams, or else it's just talk.
I have the expectation, although I should probably adjust my expectation, that he would support me if I decided I wanted to try something. That's the thing. You can't say you wouldn't be 100% supportive because I know you would.
I would say if you came home and you were like, I'm done. I ain't going back to work no more.
He'd be like, cool.
I wouldn't be 100% with that because we haven't really planned and prepared for it.
But I've been planting a seed.
Yeah, you have. But I guess what I'm saying is, okay, when you decided to leave your other job.
Yes.
I wasn't 100% supportive, but I knew it
had to happen.
It had to happen. It wasn't, happen. And we didn't plan really. You dropped seeds then, but we needed the money. I actually
came to you and I said, how low can I go? How low can I go for us to still be okay? And you told me, and that became my only goal. I didn't even care.
Yeah.
Because mentally, it was affecting me. It was affecting everything. It was for the betterment of
it was. But I was just using that as an example to show, we did it, but I wasn't yes, go forth. Yeah, this is the thing. It was if that were the case, we would have did it before then. We wouldn't have waited. So that's all I'm saying. It's I'm not going to comment.
I felt that you were 100% supportive.
And that's all that matters.
That you lied to me.
No. No. See how this goes?
I can't believe you.
See, this is how this goes. She didn't know if I was 100 or 60, but she felt 100, but now I'm a liar.
Vision. We have a vision?
Yeah, we do.
What is it?
It's becoming more and more one. It is. Why are you laughing so hard? What you thought it was?
I don't know.
What would you like it to be?
I don't know. I'm not good with coming up with a vision, like so many other people. I mean, I don't think us changing and becoming our best selves would impact the commitment we've made to each other as a couple. Like, it shouldn't, because we're better together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how could us be? How could it negatively impact that?
I don't know. I feel like, and this is what we're trying to get across with this whole. I got just a lot of people getting married around us. Our kids are starting to talk about marriage, like, and it boils down to this question right here. It's, you are an individual, and there are things that you'll always be that your partner will never be. But like Jackie just said, the blessedness of marriage is that it's two of you and you're greater together.
That's deep. I didn't realize I said that.
No. But no, I'm serious. And like, I could be happy by myself. Like, I could have had.
You could not be happy I could be happy by myself.
Is that your dream?
That is not my dream.
That's what it sounded like. Did you hear?
It's impossible for this man to be happy alone.
I was talking about in general, not like me.
Oh, okay.
But I could be like in order to be my best for another person, I gotta be happy with me first.
He could not be happy alone.
Okay. Well, what I'm saying is, I need to be the best version of myself to be the best version of us. I need to have all the dreams and aspirations that I've always had, so that whatever Jackie can add to that will be beneficial to us both and to our children and our children's children, our home and everything. And it's way better than I could have been by myself. It's way better. And that's what we're saying is, dream big, continue to be who you are, but do it within the family dynamic. Do it in a way that you grow with people and not by yourself. And so, to me, this is what marriage is. Like, if you're thinking about getting married or you really love someone, your life should be better because of them. You shouldn't be worse off because of them. And so, if they're a dreamer, they're going to always be a dreamer. If they're an introvert, they're probably always going to be introverted to a level of introvertness. But is that a word?
Yes, it's maybe.
Why were you laughing?
I've never heard that used in a sentence before.
Shocking, being an introvert. But that's what I'm saying. It's like, this episode, Growing Pains, nothing great ever comes without some type of pain. There's always some type of struggle, some type of hard thing you have to go through to get to greatness. And so these growing pains are fruitful. And so that's why we want you to work at it and talk through it and get through it and support 90, 60, 80, 100%. So that when a person does get there and check the box on their dream board, it was something you both benefited from and not just that person.
That's it. Season 2, episode 7.
You can find us on our website.
Limitless-livin without the G. Limitless-livin without the G.com.
Yes, I might put it up on the screen. And all your social media outlets. Just find us, look for our pretty faces, and just type in those words in any Google search, and you will find us. It doesn't.
We will be there,
even if you spell it wrong or don't put the hyphens in. I'm sure you'll find us in all our goodness. And with that, season 2, episode 7.
We're done.
We are Limitless Livin.
Remember, in marriage, you can live, love, and laugh limitlessly.